they're making a Clayface movie that shoots very soon. And that Clayface movie is set in the DCU, according to James Gunn. And it's being executive produced by Matt Reeves. Interesting. Maybe it was just a deal he made with Warner Brothers where if they made Batman-type movies, he has to be listed as a producer. That's possible. Sure, that's possible. But their tone changed in their interviews. Specifically, Matt Reeves. Let me show you a brief interview he did with Josh Horowitz.
And last thing for you, I spoke to James Gunn recently, and I asked him, obviously he talked about, letting you do your Reeves verse on his own. And I did ask him, have you contemplated recently integrating Rob into the DCU? And he said, they've talked about it, because you talk about everything.
Sure, yeah.
What's your attitude about that at this point?
I mean, it really comes down to whether or not it makes sense, and, I think what's been great is there was really a kind of a story that I wanted to tell, we're calling the epic crime saga and all of that, which is the thrust of what we wanted to do, and it's been important to me to be able to play that out, and James and Peter have been really, really great about that, and they're letting us do that, and what the future brings, I can't really tell you. I have no idea right now, except that my head is down now about getting the Batman Part 2 shooting. And
So I cut it off a little bit before the end there. His big takeaway was, it depends on if it makes sense. That's not a no. That's not the no that they've been saying 2 and 3 years ago. Now, granted, you also have Andy Muschietti kind of going on saying like, the Batman's been delayed. I just haven't talked to James Gunn. And James Gunn's like, that movie wasn't fucking delayed. It doesn't have a release date. It can't be delayed. And you have Andy Muschietti. Well, he did an interview that people are pulling out of context because I think it got lost in translation because it was in another language. But Andy Muschietti, it doesn't seem like, is on the same page as James Gunn is. That's just speculation. I'm not saying anything's going on there. But my point, if it should be in the DCU, the reason why I bring all this up is because I think they're starting to realize that it should be in the DCU.